Hi, my name is Peter Gudzinski and I'm Product Manager at MaxScheduler. Today we're going to give a general introduction to our scheduling software, MaxScheduler Basic. Some background on us: we've been doing scheduling software for about 20 years. We started off in making enterprise-level scheduling software for large warehouses, say 1 million square feet. MaxScheduler is a product that's around 8 years old. It's meant to help people who are trying to move up from spreadsheets or wallboards. Our newest product, called MaxScheduler Web, which is 3 or 4 years old, is a web-based scheduler. Because it's web-based, anybody can access it from anywhere. So let's jump into the software itself. It's web-based, so everyone needs an account to access it, and this is also for security. You don't want anybody to just see your data. So you have an email address and password to see the system. You sign in. Let's go to the scheduling screen. So this is the scheduling screen. The top part is the schedule. Columns represent resources, rows represent time. The colored blocks are scheduled jobs. You see what you see on the blocks are kind of tracked details. Like if you import data from another system, we have ideas like we have a job number, we have a customer, a PO, duration for the job, and a due date. And when you schedule a job, those details are visible. You can see for smaller jobs, like say the job takes up only an hour, we still have a pop-up, and that's so that you can still see the job details, but the duration is reflected. The area at the bottom we call the list view. Those are jobs to be scheduled, and those the list view often is populated from another system. For example, an MRP, ERP, an enterprise system that can export some data. We have a feature called due date. And so what due date tells you is, for example, if you have a due date attribute with your software or with your job data, here we kind of have a due date for all these jobs of June 1st. All these jobs are scheduled for July, so they're kind of obviously late. This little list here tells you, oh, all these jobs are late, and it gives you details where to find them. So the idea is if you have, a couple of hundred jobs listed here, and you're kind of wondering, okay, which one might potentially be late or not, this little feature helps you find those. The list view at the bottom has Excel-like features. You can do column sortation for any of the fields. We also have a search filter. So if I put in a search term, jobs that match that search term, those are the only ones that appear. To schedule a job is quite easy. You simply drag and drop and place it on the schedule, and that's how you schedule a job. To edit it, you click on this little blue icon. Up comes the screen to edit the job details. Let me show you some other configuration aspects. Here we have a place where you can import data from another system. We have something called the job change log. This you could also call search for the guilty. If the software or the schedule ends up in a messed up situation, you can go track who perhaps was the last person to make that change, and you can perhaps fix some business process so it doesn't happen again. I don't want to jump too much in. There's a lot of configuration aspects to the software. I'm not going to get too much because this is an intro video. Some highlights: sites. If you have multiple facilities, you can have separate schedules for each of those facilities and see them remotely through the software. Resources, you can modify those column headings of the schedule to reflect different machines or people that you want to schedule against. Attributes, those are kind of we don't make any assumptions about the data. Kind of like you can think of those as like the columns of a spreadsheet that you want to import. We also have operation hours. And the idea behind operation hours, your facility is only open for those times. The schedule reflects only those times. We also have a kind of a job view, and the job view is kind of like a database view of the software. So say, for example, you have a CSR or sales guy and he wants to find out the status of a specific job. They can do column sortation or filtering, and for example, filtering again, and they can find the exact status of a job. So that's the end of my presentation. Thank you for your time.